everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my 2017 beauty favorites. Now these products weren't all released in 2017. Some of them are just my most used products in 2017. This past year in makeup has been pretty good for me. I got to try a good amount of makeup and I never thought I would be seeing so much makeup that I own. I still don't have like a very huge makeup collection, but I still have a good amount, and these are just the things that I used the most this year. I did, for the most part, include all this in the makeup I'm wearing today, minus my eyes because I'm still not wearing any eye makeup. I did just start putting concealer right under my eyes again, but for like eyeshadows and mascaras and stuff like that, I'm not putting them on my eyes quite yet, because I don't go back for my follow-up for my LASIK until Monday, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm even supposed to, so I'm gonna hold off on that. And the foundation, I got excited because I bought a new foundation, so I tried that today instead of one of my favorite foundations. So yes, I'm trying out a new foundation, which is the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. This one right here. I really wanted to try it because I really loved the Maybelline Cushion Foundation because it reminded me of the Dream Smooth Mousse Foundation they had, which they stopped carrying, and then they came out with that and it reminded me so much of it. But I have been going cruelty free in my makeup collection, so I'm hoping I'm going to like this. So far I do, so I'll have to try it out a little bit more and I will let you guys know what I think about it. But for now, let's talk about some of my favorite makeup products from this past year. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So I'm going to start off with the way I apply my makeup to my face. So the first thing I apply is my primer. I have 3 different primers to talk about. I'm not going to talk too much about some of this stuff because a lot of this stuff was just really popular this past year in general, and you've heard a lot about it already. So I'm not going to, or I have a dedicated video towards it. And if I have a dedicated video towards it, I will link it in the description box down below. First primer I wanted to talk about is the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. Now this, I have just recently started using it as an actual makeup primer, but for the most part I actually like this as skincare. So sometimes I'll use this as a moisturizer as opposed to my normal moisturizer, and it just feels so nice on my skin. I feel like when I stop using this for a while and I'm not using it on my face at all, whether it be skincare or priming for makeup, I feel like I start breaking out more and my skin just doesn't look as nice when I'm not using it at all. So I really do love this. It smells amazing. It smells like coconut. And then the next two are from NYX. The first one is the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. This one I really like, mostly because it reminds me so much of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, I believe. Yeah, the Photo Finish. It is identical packaging wise. It's one of the silicone based primers, so it's like good for pore filling and all that stuff. I really love it. It's a very great dupe for the Smashbox one. If you don't want to spend the money on the Smashbox one, I really highly recommend this one. Next is the NYX Honey Do Me Up one, which this I've got a good amount of use out of. I'm actually using this today. I could go without the gold flecks in them. I feel like the gold flecks don't really do anything. I more like this primer because when I use it, it just gives my face a nice sticky base for my foundation to stick to, and I feel like it just really grips on to the foundation and makes it last a little bit longer throughout the day. And it does give me like a little bit of dewiness. I don't think that's from the gold reflex in it. I really don't see the point of the gold reflex. That's not why I bought it. I really like it. And the smell, it's like, I don't know how to, it's almost like a medicine type of smell, but I really like the way it smells too. I don't know, it's weird. But I really like this one. If you like stickier primers, oh my gosh, my cats always do this when I sit down to film. Always. Anyway, if you like stickier primers, you're definitely going to love this one. So this is a purchase I made later on in 2017. I really love brow powders as opposed to pencils and creams. I do love the Anastasia pencils. If I use a pencil, those are the ones I go for. I love their brow definer. I love the angled points to it. But I picked this up because I had been using the Makeup Revolution Fortune Favors the Brave palette, 2 eyeshadows from that for my brows, and I absolutely loved it. But I was hitting pan on one, and I really didn't want to have to go and buy a new palette, which is the palette's probably cheaper than this Anastasia one. So I get my Anastasia products in soft brown, and as you can see, oh, I don't know if you can really tell, but I can tell I have really made a decent dent into both shades. That's what's on my eyebrows right now. I've never been completely happy with the way my eyebrows look, no matter what products I'm using on them, but I really do love this. These are almost identical to the colors I was using in the Fortune Favors the Brave palette, so I really do love this. Anastasia brow products are great in general, but I really love this brow powder. I only have 2 foundations to talk about, which the first one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I have 2 here so I can mix my perfect shade. I really love this foundation. I love the coverage of it, and I love that it is a buildable foundation. And it's affordable too. It's $5, I believe, depending on where you buy it. But it is still a very affordable foundation. I really love the finish. I don't really know about the photo part of it because I don't really photo a lot. I don't really take a lot of photographs. And when I do, I feel like it always looks fine, but all my foundations do. I guess it just depends. So I really do love this. This was talked about a lot this year because I believe this was released this past year. So I'm not going to talk too much about it because I feel like everybody made a dedicated video to these. I didn't because I didn't really get them in time, but I do absolutely love these foundations. I highly recommend them, especially for drugstore, cruelty free. These actually are vegan, so if vegan is something you do look for in your makeup as well, these are vegan foundations, which is amazing for the price. The next foundation I'm going to talk about is actually a foundation stick, and it is the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation. I have mine in Fairlight Neutral, which actually matches me pretty well. That's all the product I have left, and I feel like I've used this so much. I use this on my more natural days. I feel like this is really good natural, and I love blending it out with a brush as well. I've only tried a couple of Tarte foundations. This one is by far my favorite. I feel like my skin has changed a little bit, so this actually works really well with my skin. It doesn't make it look too nasty and cakey or anything like that, so I really do love this one and recommend it if you're looking for a good stick foundation. You guys already know, because I feel like everybody and their mama mentioned this, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealers. I have 2 here. I have Fair Beige. This one is for under my eye highlighting, and then I have Light Neutral, which this one is for my skin tone. It's like my actual foundation color to conceal certain spots on certain days a little bit more. So everybody knows these are amazing. They are very full coverage, very nice blended out. I blended these out with a brush and a sponge, and they look amazing either way. They look good under the eyes, highlighting, on the skin just to spot conceal. I've actually used these on no foundation days just to spot conceal and set with powder, and it looks amazing. Tarte is coming out with a Shape Tape Foundation, which, oh my gosh, that is going to be, hopefully it's going to be amazing, because I know everyone is like, they're expecting it to be awesome based on the concealers. So yeah, these are actually the only concealers I have to mention, and everybody knows these are amazing. If you have not tried these, I definitely think you need to go and pick them up now. So next thing I have to mention is powders. The first one is the Too Faced I Want Candy Banana Pudding Setting Powder. Now, I want to say something really quickly. I've never been a pressed powder person. I've hated it. I've tried multiple and I just don't like it. I used to when I first started getting into makeup, but then like the more I started trying different makeup, I just really didn't like it. I felt like it always made my face look cakey, no matter what foundation I had on, no matter what powder I was using, no matter what. It just always looked cakey and heavy, and I don't know if I was applying too much. Even when I tried to apply a little bit less, I still just didn't like the way it looked. So I've always used loose powders. So I'm just throwing that out there, but I tried this because I love Kandee Johnson. She's amazing. I kind of now wish I picked up another one because this is what this looks like. Come on, Stampedes. I'm sorry, my cats are playing. Because this is what this looks like. I love this. I think I love it compared with the Wet n Wild foundation. It just makes it look so nice and smooth and flawless on my skin. And it smells amazing. It's not such an overbearing sweet scent. It smells awesome. And it's a very good banana powder. And it has like little color flecks in it. Like blue, purple, and all that. I don't know what those are really meant for, if they're meant to do anything special. But this is a brightening face powder, so I just think it makes everything look so amazing. And I'm kind of sad that I didn't pick up another one before these were gone, because I'm gonna really miss this when it's all gone. And I went through this fast because I was using it like every day after I got it. I really love it. I've slowed down on it because I don't want to run out of it, but I really did love this year. So this next one is the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. This one is their loose translucent powder. I've actually used a good amount of this. I'm almost out of it because this is all I was using for a while. I love this for all over the face. It is just such a finely milled powder. It's so smooth, and I don't notice it. No, this doesn't have any flashback, but then again, and I use it to set my whole face. I don't use it, it's not good for like under eye baking or anything like that because it's so finely milled. It just doesn't really set down on the skin like that. So it's amazing for all over setting. And I do know that they have tinted versions of this. I haven't tried the loose powder tinted version, but I really want to because I really love this and I really recommend it if you're looking for a good translucent powder. And because of that, I actually picked up this year the Tarte Amazonian Clay Smooth Operator Pressed Powder. And this one is a tinted one. So this is a tinted one. And this is the same situation. It is so smooth and it just looks so nice and smooth on the skin. I really love it. So I'm thinking all of the Smooth Operator powders are just amazing. I kind of want a pressed, like the white pressed version of this, and then a tinted loose version of this because I absolutely love. Tarte was my main go-to brand this year, especially getting into cruelty-free because it is such an amazing cruelty-free brand, and all the products I've tried from Tarte I have absolutely loved. So after powder, I would move on to bronzer. I don't really contour. I mean, sometimes I'll put my bronzer on and then carve it out really sharply with some powder. But for the most part, I don't really contour. So this first bronzing powder is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And this one is the light one. And it's, okay, first off, the scent is amazing. And I feel like this was talked about a lot this year. This is a warmer tone bronzer. So I was kind of scared I wasn't going to like it because I don't really like too warm on my skin. But also I don't like too cool on my skin. So I feel like this is like the perfect shade. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. So I love it. It's actually what I have on today for bronzer. It looks very nice. Smells amazing. It's super buttery. It really is a butter bronzer. I don't know about any of the other butter products from Physicians Formula. Like I know they have butter blushes and butter highlighters. I have not been able to try those yet, but I really want to try their highlights. But yeah, if you haven't tried this, especially for the summer months this coming year, definitely pick this up. When I wore makeup when I went on vacation in Florida, this is what I wore. It just made nice bronzeness to the skin. I believe it does have like a little sheen to it, but it's not shimmer if I'm not mistaken. So it makes it even nice and prettier. So next in that bronzer contour category, I have the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. Now this, I don't like the whole palette. I'm just going to say that right now because it comes with two contour shades, a matte highlight shade and then a shimmer highlight shade. And I mentioned this when I think I have a video talking about this. It was like one of the first videos I did. But I really love mixing the two contour shades, which is medium cocoa and dark cocoa. This one, the dark cocoa is a little too warm and this one's a little too cool for me. So I love to mix them and it's like the perfect contour bronzer shade. I don't like this matte color in here. I just feel like it's not nice looking on the skin. It's very dry looking. And then the shimmer highlight just is nothing but glitter on your skin, so I don't really like that. But I do love the 2 contour shades, so if you pick those up, I believe they sell them individually, so I do recommend those 2. And it smells like chocolate. I have one blush to mention. This is the Makeup Revolution, the matte blush, and this one is in Nude. It is what I have on today. I feel like this just goes with every possible look you could do. It's coming off really brown in the camera. It's a very nice peachy nude color, and like I said, it pretty much goes with everything. I wore this pretty much every day since I got it. I do have another one in Fusion, which is like a brighter color, but this one I absolutely love for every day. Every day. I wear it dramatic, everyday looks. It's amazing. It can be built up, it can be blended out if you put too much on. It's actually really amazing, and it's really affordable. I believe it's $5. Yeah. So I didn't plan on cutting this video into 2 parts, but as I was sitting here editing it just now, I realized how long it was. So it's going to go up in 2 parts. One today, which is Sunday, and then one tomorrow, Monday. I figured it'd just be better and easier, honestly. And I feel like it'll be easier to watch. That's just what I think. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it here, and yeah, I will have tomorrow's video when it goes up linked in the description box down below, and I'll have it linked somewhere around the video as well. So be sure to check that out for the next half of my 2017 favorites. I don't think I have anything else to say, except I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.